What up, YouTube? Polly, wanna hacker? It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday Night Just Got Live.
Well, guys, it is Friday night. We're here in the Friday Funhouse, ready for another action-packed episode of one of your favorite arcade and gaming podcast shows. That's right, the Super Game Room Dudes are here. We're down a Banana Man, but we're going to talk about that in 1 second. I'm your host, P-Dubs. With me, Carl, Detroit Love. Also, Michael B. the Game Genie. How are you, gentlemen? How's it going?
What am I doing, Carl? I don't know this. And your mic is gone. Oh, there he is.
So, unfortunately, Nostalgia has been terminated. We've had to let him go. We just couldn't put up with it anymore.
That's not what happened.
So, Nostalgia is now no longer a member of the Super Game Room Dudes. We wish him well in all of his future endeavors. I mean, between getting kicked out of the AtGames influencer group and now Super Game Room Dudes, the guy is just... He's on a roll, man. He's on a roll lately.
It's out of here. Truth be told, Nostalgia will be here. However, they were having a 2-for-1 banana sale at the Foodland, and Nostalgia had to stop by and get that before joining the show. So, Nostalgia will be here relatively soon.
Yes, and at that point, we will rehire Nostalgia and welcome back to the podcast with open arms. Alan's Ageless Arcades, where can I submit my resume? It's actually kind of funny. I had a funny conversation on Arcades Anonymous earlier this week. We were talking about what if there was a podcast show where you had a whole bunch of people who wanted to host the podcast show, like 10 people or so, and every week the viewers voted off a host. And by the time you get to week like 8, 9, or 10, you have like the final 2, 3, or 4, and that's your new podcast show. We were talking about it on Arcades Anonymous. Make sure you guys check out Arcades Anonymous on YouTube. Especially their stream this past week. It was actually kind of a funny idea. And it sounded like interesting. But, you know, maybe we'll do that for Nostalgia's replacement if he doesn't show up tonight. Because if he doesn't show up, it's over. It's over, Mike.
Let me know when they do a Love Island spinoff.
Yeah, he's at another family reunion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Every week it's another family reunion. Got the live chat on the screen, as we always do at the beginning of the show. That way we could say hi to the live viewers in the chat, and then we take the chat off because you guys have made it known to us. You don't want to see the live chat on the screen throughout the whole broadcast. If you want to pay attention to the live chat, you'll open the live chat on your phone or TV or whatever and watch the show and enjoy the live chat that way. Some people, Mike, it's amazing to me. There's a lot of people, like, for instance, they don't want to participate in the live chat. I get messages all the time from people. They're like, hey, P-Dubs, I watch your stuff every week, but I never comment because I'm not into the chatting and stuff like that. I just want to watch the content. So I find that very interesting.
Well, some people watch on TV and shit too, right? Mm. So, like, it's a little hard. I find it hard when I watch on TV to comment because then I got to get out my phone, double the stream, so...
Glenn, make sure you don't go anywhere. Glenn, we're about to talk about you in just a couple of minutes here.
In fact, not going to be positive. You are going to regret this, Glenn.
Oh no, we're going to actually kick off the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to kick off the show talking about iArcade. We haven't talked about iArcade in eons.
I know,
but we're actually going to talk about iArcade in just a couple of minutes. I can't believe it. Like I'm beside myself. Like, holy shit, we're going to talk about iArcade. And just as a reminder, I do have Glenn's boomstick, which he calls the GRS Target Pro, Sinden Pro.
It's Glenn's boomstick.
It's Glenn's boomstick.
Yeah.
It's Glenn's boomstick. In fact, I'm going to put a Post-it note on the box that came in that says Glenn's boomstick over Glenn's Sinden Target Pro. And I'll have
Target Pro.
And I plan on filming content for that rifle this weekend. So keep your eyes on my channel and all that kinds of stuff. Okay, so we're going to talk tonight about AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP updates, what we think about the status of the 4K pinball machine, the damage control, as well as what the fixes that are coming in, all that kinds of stuff. Zen Studios dropped another virtual pinball game. Always nice to see Zen Studios coming out with new stuff. System Shock Pinball, based upon an old video game from the past. But they did
Big box PC, baby.
But they did something really interesting on this game release that they haven't done yet, which we're going to talk about. Make sure you guys remind me in case you guys know I get scatterbrained and I might forget to mention that. Arcade1Up pushed out an app update. It's really been the only news from Arcade1Up in months. We're going to talk just a little bit about that, but all that kinds of stuff. TechBuzz Gaming says the 4KP equals junk. Wait till I get there, buddy. Wait till I get there, because I have some strong feelings about that product at the moment. But that's what's great about having a panel like this, is we can all agree to disagree. And I'm sure we'll have a good, by the end of the show, Mike and me might be wringing each other's necks. Ain't that right, Mike? No,
I haven't tried it yet. I don't have an opinion. I can't have an opinion till I try it.
Anyway, so because we're actually going to talk about the iArcade, I'm actually going to play that old ass, iArcade transition. Look at Michael B right there. Wait a minute. We got to say hi to the live chat. I'm all over the place. All right, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. So if you're here in the live chat and you want to shout out, now is the time. And my apologies to all the content creators and leeches who we've had to ban and block from our live chat. But unfortunately, you don't get shout outs anymore, and you're not welcome here because you're a dick, and you guys know who you are. All right, let's go ahead and let's say hi to who's here. We got TechBuzz. TechBuzz is here. Now, Tech, I was going to ask you about this privately, but if you want to, if you're going to put it in the live chat, man, you let me know if you want to share that story. But TechBuzz is here. He's also bringing back the Retro Buzz, which when the Retro Buzz comes back, you know what that means, guys, right? Free ROMs for everybody. The return of Cool Toy to live streaming. We're all going to get the ROMs.
I'm really excited for the Retro Buzz to come back. Just an awesome show, great people. So excited for them to be launching up again, and can't wait to tune in every week.
Yep. Crazy Old Maurice is here. Charlie Chuck is here. Dr. Freeman, Andy's Game Room, Bobby. I always say it wrong. I have to go slow. Bobby1 ALU. There you go. Jay Cutts is here. MSU Rich is here. David G. Shatiro, Thumper Squid, Goofy Foot, one of our longtime favorites. Glenn's Retro Show is here. Carl O. Rainwater Games is here. Holy shit. What rock did he come out from under?
I just really quickly, I do want to confirm that Cool Toy did in fact used to run the site Cool ROMs. So that's just a piece that Glenn's dropping.
All the pieces are coming together, baby. All the pieces are coming together. Al Visman's here. Bill's Retro Gaming Show, who has the power to make change at Arcade1Up. Bill said Arcade1Up, the phone app is dead, and the next day they pushed out an update. I had to make a video today, but the video was tongue-in-cheek. If anyone, no one watched it on my channel. I guess I haven't made an Arcade1Up video in a while. People are like, didn't want to watch it, but it was a tongue-in-cheek video. I was like, holy shit, like, Bill made it happen, guys. You all owe Bill thanks if you're a big fan of that Arcade1Up phone app. When will everyone get their potassium fix? JJ's here. Jason's here. Alan's Ageless Arcades. Where can I submit my resume? All that stuff. All right, so we got all of our shout-outs out of the way. Let's get the live chat off the screen. That way people can stare at our ugly mugs here. So, well, except for Carl, though. Carl is quite
handsome mofo.
Before we move on, just want to do a quick shout-out to Ali Vickman. He made this, where is that? How you point to it on this camera? I can't get it.
The shirt
logo. Really nice logo for me for my merch, my Teespring store. So thank you, Al, for hooking it up for me. I've had some people get it and they love it. It's embroidered, and looking good. Thank you.
Big shout out to Al. Keep in mind, guys, Al did a lot of the artwork for our channel. The artwork you see in our intros and outros and things like that, the comic book art, stuff like that, and all that kinds of stuff. All right, so let's kick off the show. You guys ready? Are you guys ready in the live chat? We got about 200 people here. They're ready to talk about arcade and gaming news. Are you ready? I'm not going to start the show until they say they're ready, Mike. What do you think, man?
No, let's hold this place hostage. Old school wrestling style. Sit in the ring on a chair until everybody says they're friggin' ready.
Just like Nicole in an Arcade1Up commercial, you guys are all being held hostage in a dark room surrounded by Arcade1Up products. I'm just kidding. Let's fire off this bad boy. So, guys, we're going to talk about the iArcade. Holy shit! All right, so big live stream earlier tonight. Glenn over on Kicking It Old School, Glenn's retro show, just did a big stream. Make sure you guys go check out the replay. Glenn had some major announcements regarding the iArcade and his upcoming Viper board. But almost as big news as that is Michael B. the Game Genie now owns an iArcade again. What the hell is happening in this world? It's madness.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. So you guys may remember Nix, the original Nix. We met him in Cleveland at the Cleveland Retro Gaming Classic, and he gave me this bad boy here. So it's the A Custom Arcade encoder board, and I said, geez, I got to get a regular iArcade again. So I reached out to my buddy Mike Dalton, the owner of all the iArcades, and he wasn't really ready to let him go yet, but he's decided that he wants to split up his collection and get rid of some of them. So I went over the other day, and I bought one off him. I said, which one do you want to let go? And he told me he wanted to keep his Dragon Lairs, he wanted to keep his Space Invaders Gold, and a couple other ones. But he was pushing the Mayhem Brawler on me, and I was like, sure, that's a beautiful cab. I'll take that one. Almost got Sydney Hunter because my buddy John Lester and his game Sydney Hunter, Curse of the Mayans. But yeah, I went with Mayhem Brawler, and I'm going to be sticking one of these in here.
Nice. Can you do us a favor, Mike? Let's show off the one you have now.
Ooh.
There you go. How's it feel to own one of those again? Do you feel like you made a bad decision in your life, or do you feel excited?
I've made many bad decisions. No, I'm really happy with this. I'm excited to get going with the encoder board and see what I can do with it, have some fun with it. And I'm actually considering, if Mike will, I'm going to buy his Dead Cells Gold off him as well because of the announcement from our buddy Glenn Planamento today.
Nice. Yes. And let's talk a little bit about that. Let's get you. Let's get us all here. Here we go. Let's go right there. So here we go right here. All right. Cool. So, Glenn's Retro Show has been the long-awaited Viper kit reveal for the iArcade came out. Well, not came out, but he revealed it tonight on Kicking It Old School. And hats off to Glenn for putting in this work. I mean, think about it. This is a community of gamers that unfortunately there's what? 1,500, 1,600 owners out there at the most. Guys, Glenn could have probably spent his valuable time elsewhere. You know what I mean? He would make more money selling a different product that relates to a larger core audience with bigger chance of making those kind of purchases, right? But instead, Glenn's like, you know what? Even though that company's out of business, he was going to finish what he started. So he did reveal the full kit for the Viper, and I got a couple little soon all will see my Viper. All right, here we go, guys. So let's take a look here. So this is the kit, right? It's this cute little box, and the Viper board is actually right here on the right hand side, and here's all the additional boards and encoder boards, things that'll connect to your original iArcade. Now this kit, according to Glenn on his stream, is $120. And that's because you're getting the Viper board, you're getting the box, you're getting all the wires, the cables, the additional boards, and all that kinds of stuff. In fact, let's go this view, make it a little bit bigger for everybody. There you go. See, now we're at the bottom. We're not in the way. So hold on. Nostalgia's here. Everyone say hi to Nostalgia. He made it.
I'm alive.
Man, 3 more minutes. We were going to let you go and then start auditioning for your replacement.
You wouldn't find anybody. There's no one out there who can replace me.
There you go. And then on top of that, we have the so the bottom half of the kit is the Viper board. So this is the board where you could run Batacera. It's got the power of a Raspberry Pi 3, 3 let's just say 3.5. You know what I mean? It's not a completely Pi 4 powerful, but it's definitely equivalent to a Pi 3. So a lot of us, like myself, who don't own an iArcade, who want to get their hands on Glenn's Viper board, we'll be able to get our hands on it, order it separately for, I think, Glenn, you got to confirm in the live chat. I asked you 3 freaking times during your show. I think it's only $40 if you're just getting the board yourself and you're doing a DIY project. You want to stick it in an arcade machine, a custom mod, that kind of stuff. But if you want to do it for your iArcade, you get the full kit for $120. The bottom half has the board and all this stuff. And then, of course, what you need in order to get this thing working with your iArcade is the iArcade switcher board. And this is the second board you're going to get on top of it, right? Now, this board will allow you to switch back and forth between, hey, you know what? I feel like running my Viper Batacera image and all the games that I got from Cool Toys website.
Cool ROMs.
Cool ROMs that I want to put, on my machine and play illicitly, right? And then the switcher board will let you switch back to the original iArcade user interface and all those games that you legally paid for, that you still love and want to have access to. You'll be able to access both of them. So in my opinion, that's the best part about this entire project, is the fact that you can switch back and forth between Glenn's operating system and the original iArcade. So hats off to Glenn. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Michael B, I gave the big speech. Time to react. What do you think about this? $120 for this kit.
I wish Glenn had come out with this about 6 months ago before I sold my iArcade Gold, because then I wouldn't have sold it. I was waiting patiently, but they were having so much trouble. Everybody was having so much trouble trying to get the Gold to work with one of these devices. So I think the Gold works with this now. So with that in place, I will 1,000% confirm I will be putting a pre-order in as soon as I can confirm that I'll be buying a iArcade Gold edition.
Oh, wow. You're going to pick up a Gold too?
Yeah, might as well.
Wow. You're back in the saddle, baby. Me, I want to get my hands on Glenn's board because I have a lot of custom machines that I could put it in here in the house and tinker with it and play with it. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is just getting the board. If I still had an iArcade, I would probably pick this up. I'll be honest with you guys, because this is very, very cool. Nostalgia arcade, holy shit! iArcade owners, get hyped, get excited. Maybe I'll go pick one up off of Marketplace or something so I could tinker.
It's the time. It's the time to jump back in. I was so jealous of Nostalgia in the original iArcade. I had to get back on board.
I don't know why you'd be jealous. You had one.
Yeah, but I couldn't use this. Now I can use this. I got the
Yeah,
magic
hopefully
touch.
you have better luck with that board than I did, because I stayed up late one day, got it in there, and I couldn't get anything to work, so I just abandoned
really?
it. Yeah. So now that you got it, maybe I'll pick it back up and
Yeah, man, we'll talk and get it going.
Now, Carl, you have the iArcade Double Dragon,
correct, right? The black edition.
And
The iArcade Art Project.
You didn't do the mystery encoder mod, like with the little board, did you?
I purchased it. Remember, I ordered it real late, and then it was going to be shipped. And I ran to the guy in Cleveland. He was like, "Hey, you got to order it, and I just give it to you now since I'm here in Cleveland." And I had it for a while, and I put it in probably whenever we talked about it last on the show. So I was up like 2 o'clock in the morning, got it in there. The screen was acting a little, blinking on and off and on, doing some crazy shit. And so I was like, I ain't got time for this. And so I turned it off and I haven't touched it since. So now that Michael B has his, we'll dive in there, both our cabinets, and figure this thing out and get it going.
Yeah. Well,
D-Mod's in the house. We're all a modding team now. Let's rock and roll. The super mod room gamers.
One of my favorite videos that Michael B has ever done, and my favorite thumbnail, is the one where he actually modded something, and on the thumbnail he's going like this, and it says, "I am a modding god." I was like, dude, Mike, it's your first mod, bro.
That's what's called troll.
Yeah. Glenn, when are pre-orders going live for the kits? Can you let us know in the chat? Because I did have to leave your show when there was about 15 minutes left before we started. So I don't know if you revealed anything more than that. Let us know in the live chat if you revealed an order date for those $120 kits. And I don't know if Jason, you're the best moderator. I got a big gift that I'm planning on picking up for you, buddy. If you could put a link to Glenn's Thunderstick website in the live chat, we'd greatly appreciate it. Make sure it's the right one. We don't want to send people to the wrong website. That would be great, so they know where to go to find that out.
Ooh, end of February. That's when Adam Calb says end of February. Is that for the pre-order, or is that when units will actually make it to people's homes?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like a basic mod too. No, you did the monitor mod. You did
That's
the
right.
monitor mod.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
And it was
Nostalgia,
like my
you okay?
4th mod video.
I'm so lost on this conversation. I don't know what you
Oh.
guys are talking about.
We were talking about the iArcade and Glenn's new Viper board. So, but we're done with
And
that.
then
topic.
P-Dubs told everybody that Glenn sent him a picture that he shouldn't have probably told everybody.
However, I found some things I want improved, so it might be delayed a little bit. So the original plan was February with April shipping, but it may get pushed back a bit. All right. Well, hey, at least you showed everyone your Viper. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm waiting for his shotgun. Yes, I have his shotgun. I can't wait to make some videos for it. I think he mentioned during his stream that they're on their way. They're on their way. They're on the boat. They're heading over now, guys. So get hyped.
I think, honestly, after what happened,
Yeah.
sending him sending you a shotgun was the least he could do.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to talk a little bit of Pinball M?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
All right, let's do it. All right. You're here at the beginning of this discussion, Steve, so get ready. You'll be ready to go on this one. So this actually does fall under what you might call console chatter. Is the new video game here? What is this called? System Shock, because you can play this on all consoles. Now the advantage of Pinball M and Pinball FX with Zen Studios is we could actually play these on our pinball machines as well. But this is the new virtual pinball game that they just announced based upon an IP of a video game that I was talking to guys in my Discord. I was like, I never played this. Like, did any of you ever play this game? And everyone in my Discord, nobody said they played this game. Did anyone actually play the original game for this? Mike, what about you?
I think it's a big box PC game. For some reason, it might have been on 3DO2, but I might be wrong about that. Definitely a PC game. So if you weren't a PC gamer, you probably never came across this one.
Yeah. Now, here is what I do like, and I think that this is great. They made their announcement today. They said, not only is this game coming to Pinball M, but it's also going to be on Pinball FX in a more family-friendly version. So I found that interesting because if there's one thing that I found curious was they have Pinball M and then they had Pinball FX, and I was like, okay, if it comes out on Pinball M, it's not going to be on Pinball FX. Well, I guess they're going to have the more tame versions of these games with less blood, less swearing, less foul language, all that stuff. Less, on Pinball FX for those who want a more family-friendly version. But the, people like me who want to see all the blood and guts and all that, well, it's going to be on Pinball M. So that's where I plan on picking this one up on Pinball M. I think it looks interesting. Nostalgia, what are your thoughts, man, on
this?
this?
It's not going to have the head of a zombie being used as a ball then. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not. So it isn't the first game that has appeared both on Pinball M and Pinball FX, as Wrath of the Elder Gods is another one. But so I understand. I was a little confused by that announcement too, where they said it was going to be on both. But coming out with family-friendly versions, like there's a couple games you could see on Pinball FX3 and Pinball FX, like Alien and stuff, that would definitely benefit from a more mature adult version for Pinball M. So I like that there's that option. Like there's the family-friendly version that you can play on regular old FX. But give me the nasty one. Give me the adult version on Pinball M. So, yeah, I like that.
I did not see them confirm this, though. Hazo asked, if you buy one, do you get the other? They did quick little YouTube shorts on their YouTube channel announcing this game. I don't recall hearing them say that if you buy it on one, you get it for both. I think because they're two separate systems, right? You have Pinball M, Pinball FX. They're two separate platforms. So maybe you have to buy it twice. I don't know. Let me guys know in the live chat if I missed it, and if they said you'll get it for both platforms. I personally don't think so. I think it's like they'll make you buy it twice. But if you're only gonna buy it once, I don't know why you would buy it twice. So There you go. Nostalgia, you look so confused right now. I feel so bad that you came in
My,
late.
no, my audio's getting jacked up. It sounds fine, and then everything cuts out. I'm just trying to see if there's a weird setting going on. Just ignore me for now.
I gotcha. Carl, do you like the scary pinball games, or do you like the more family friendly fun games?
I have all flavors in my toy shock, modified toy shock. One being what's the Living Dead one? What's that? Um, I can't think of the big famous
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, yeah. And it's a pretty nice looking table. It's just hard as heck. It's like you hit that ball and it just shoots straight down the middle. So it's not a really fun game. So I don't really care too much about too much of the assets. If it's a fun game, it could be simple, it could be complex, but definitely make it a fun game. And to me, the fun games is when they have an element of challenges that or objectives that's really easy to understand, and it allows you to play it right. And has great music that ramps up and that type of thing. So, I would love to see this, but I have never played FX or the M version, so I'll have to take a look at one of these days.
Yep.
You guys might have no idea what you're talking about because I've never seen any.
Yeah. My dogs are barking like crazy because my wife's walking through the door, so I had to mute my mic. A big shout out to Jason here. He did confirm for it. This is why he's the best moderator. He found it. Getting the table in Pinball M will also entitle you to the Pinball FX version, where available, and vice versa. That is fantastic. So you know what? I gotta give Zen Studios kudos on this. I think that this was a great way to do it if they were going to release 2 versions of these games. And I gotta tell you, man, I love Pinball M. I got a video coming out very soon. I've been spending a lot of time on it. Hopefully you guys will check it out. Mike, you've been playing Pinball M too, right? And
yeah, actually, I've been doing the tournaments. So, Amused to Death has been hosting pinball tournaments, Gregory Furlow. And last week was a thing. This week, it's Chucky's Pinball. It's just an open tournament. I'm currently in second place. I thought I killed everybody. I got a crazy score right before the show started. And, of course, I'm second to the man himself, Gregory. So, hopefully more people jump in and play these. I love tournaments, and we only got a few tables in Pinball M, but some good stuff going on in there.
Yep. Do you guys like Pinball M? Let us know in the live chat. And what are you hoping is the next adult themed table from Zen Studios? I saw a couple of viewers saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They would like a new Halloween table. Let us know in the live chat what you're thinking, man. We talked about this before. I want Hell Comes to Frogtown, but
I want a Halloween Ends table, but there's no Michael Myers. It's just the other stupid guy they introduced for no reason in that movie.
Let's get a They Live They Live table, which there is a They Live table, I think, on VPX, if I recall.
Can you imagine They Live table, and then the whole game stops for the 18-minute fight scene between Roddy Piper and his co-host?
Like it just plays it on the back glass or whatever, and you just
have to sit there being like, Jesus, this is a long fight.
Yeah, the DMDs on these games also are fantastic because Zen Studios had literally the dot matrix display for years, and now they're actually doing full-blown DMDs with scenes from the movies and stuff, and they just look so good, man. They look so good. All right. Can we time out Consumer Sphere in the live chat, please?
Hey, Consumer Sphere, go fuck yourself.
I think we're being trolled here. So do us a favor. Let's put him in timeout. Maybe if he sits in the corner.
He's full blocked.
Oh, jeez, Mike. No second chances with Michael B. the Game Genie. No second chances with Michael B. the Game Genie. All right, so that's what's going on in the world of Zen Studios. Is there any other console news going on? I know Nostalgia, you something arrived at your house that you're super excited about. What is it? Come on, man.
Another handheld came in the mail. Another one.
Do you have it right next to you?
I do happen to have it right next to me.
All right. Don't worry, guys. We're only going to talk about this for the next 1 hour and 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
And I should give full disclosure. This video was fully sponsored by the Stag Shop. And they are effectively providing us enough money to each buy a Lamborghini. So it's going to be pretty sweet. So please be sure to click on the affiliate links because it gives me even more money. And that's just pretty much how we roll here.
So, Paul, we wanted to tell you Nostalgia was actually going to show it tonight, but we thought we'd give you a week's notice so you could prepare not to watch next week when Nostalgia does show this one off.
Do you guys actually want to see what it is?
Well, I just want you to hold it up and tell people what we're talking about, and then we'll move on. So take a look at that. What is that?
Wow.
So this is the Anbernic RG556. It's their new handheld. It's not on the market yet. It is supposed to be, it's actually in pre-order right now. It's supposed to be shipping sometime in March. Let me get the screen on here for you. This is supposed to be Anbernic's answer to the Retroid Pocket 4 and 4 Pro. It's an interesting device. It's an interesting device. I don't really want to give too much information away about it. I've only messed around with it for a few hours now. I think I've had like 5 or 6 hours with it. It is really good in some ways, and then it's also really bad in some ways. And it wasn't exactly what I expected. So it's been an interesting ride over the last few days.
Yep. And with Nostalgia's illicit connections in the dark underground world of handhelds, if he gets these things in advance before anyone else, we're definitely going to cover them and show them off a little bit. We'll try and not spend an hour and 20 minutes on it because some people had a stroke last time about that. But we really wanted to show that product off. So, but we're definitely going to show this one off a bit more next week once Nostalgia actually has a chance to experiment with it. So make sure you guys come on back for that. These handhelds it's like a handheld world we're living in when it comes to console gaming, isn't it?
There is a new one every 30 days.
Nostalgia,
it's like the old Arcade1Up.
Yeah. Nostalgia, is there any truth to the rumor that you were part of the development team for Soulja Boy?
Do you not know what the Soulja Boy project was? Oh, look at him. Oh, you were?
No. I didn't say that.
Oh my God. This is the guiltiest face he's ever made on our entire podcast. So yeah. But we'll try and limit it next week to about 20 minutes or so. But we definitely want
it's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of this handheld.
Well,
just Nostalgia, this handheld.
We want people to like know what's out there. It's about raising awareness. That's why we do this show. And
that's what we need to raise awareness of.
I do it for the money. I get sponsored because companies pay me huge sums of money, so that way I can talk about it. That's why I do it. I do it for the clout.
All right, so we'll since we're going to spend a lot of time talking about AtGames Pinball, let's talk about this Arcade1Up phone app update. Mike, this is what we got from Arcade1Up now. This is it.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay, Arcade1Up has updated their phone app. Man, they really need to announce like one. Yeah. Just announce one freaking arcade machine. Just say something.
Do something to make me feel alive. Sometimes I burn myself with cigarettes just to pretend.
Hey, what up is on a roll, baby? No, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just saw some rumors on Facebook groups that supposedly they don't plan on making any announcements until June, that they're going to do what some other companies do, and that's ignore the community completely. Ignore them completely and just announce stuff when they want to announce stuff. Maybe this community's been too mean to them. I don't know, but that's the rumor I saw, Mike. What do you think about that? You look like I pooped in your cereal, Mike, so you must know something I don't.
No, I heard March. We'll probably hear the next thing from Arcade1Up, so we'll see. Yeah.
March.
Lousy smarch weather.
All right. Well, that's
less than a month away, so you can be patient.
I wouldn't get excited. I don't think it's going to be anything new. You'll just hear something in March. Something Pac-Man related, probably.
I saw they were giving $100 off the Blitz cabinet this weekend.
Yeah, you shared that, so that's been on sale here for a while. Here in Canada, it's still available through the brick for $5.98, which I think is $100 less than what it came out for originally. I bought mine for $4.99. Like, they came out, and then less than a month later, they went on sale for like $300 off. So $5.98, it's not terrible. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have the right art. There's problems with the game. It's not the original ROMs, but I mean, anybody who picked it up from Ollie's can attest for the $2.99 cabs. Like, you can have a lot of fun with it. It's just, don't expect it to be, everything you hoped it will be.
I think Mike Hawkhurst wins the live chat. This live chat and every episode following. iArcade went out of business in 2023 and still had a better year than Arcade1Up. That's so true. It's true. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, go buy. But no, if you really want to save money, hopefully there's an Ollie's in your state and go buy Arcade1Up dirt cheap. Ollie's, where Arcade1Ups go to die. That's great. That's great. So yeah, so new phone update, tracks leaderboards better, new stuff with their bunch of games were added. That
new form factors too, so you can do like pub tables, countercades, partycades. So it's a more expansive product launch. We're still waiting on MK Spectate. We're still waiting on news in the next XL cab. Hopefully XL cabs, and hopefully, Arcade1Up, do something in the next little while.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
Nostalgia, let me ask you something, because you're a little tech savvy guy. How long do you think it takes to create these updates for cell phone mobile apps and get them pushed out? Do you think this is something they've been working on for months, and they're like, we might as well push it out? Or
I don't know. Are there new features?
Or do you think? Yeah, they've added new features and things, or do you think it's like just them, hey, like they're actually trying to tell us that they still plan on being a business in 2024?
I don't know what to tell you. It depends on what exactly they're pushing out in the update. If it's just like some bug fixes, that's typically something you could do within a week. You get the developers to do the changes, and then it goes through a QA round, and you just kind of go bounce back and forth between developers and QA until all the bugs are clear, and then you push it out. But if they're developing new features, it can be a lengthy process. You could build that app that they have in 2 months. So, like from design to deployment in 2 months. So I can't imagine that they are spending a ton of time or investing a ton of money into it. But who knows? Maybe they're working with a really expensive developing team. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all I know is there is only one man responsible for this change happening. One man that deserves all his flowers and kudos, and that is Wild Bill from Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Wild Bill, we love you, man. Bill puts out a video, says the app is dead. It's over. And the very next day, Arcade1Up does this silly update. So, Wild Bill, can you do me a favor? Can you make more videos saying that Arcade1Up isn't doing something? Because you have the magic touch, my friend. Whatever you say is over. They'll announce it the next day. That's what I want to see, Bill. That's what I want to see, Bill, from you. So say they're not making, like I said in my Fascistus video today, say they're not making a Cuber cabinet, so they announce Cuber tomorrow or something. But Bill has the power over Arcade1Up. So we've been giggling about that all week, because if there's one thing as a content creator that is funny, is when you're like, I got this great idea for this video, and you put it out, and either that day or the next day, everything changes and wipes out everything you just said. You know what I mean? Like, that's happened to me a bunch of times, and you're like, damn it. So kudos to Bill. Big shout out, guys. Make sure you check out Bill's Retro Gaming Show on YouTube. He's one of the nicest guys in our community. He doesn't have a bad, evil bone in his body. He's not a leech that leeches off of other people. He's not someone who cries and complains about other people. He's not someone who mocks other people. He's a great dude. So make sure.
Are you describing me, P-Dubs?
How'd you know? How did you know? No, I wasn't describing you. I wasn't describing you. So make sure you guys check out Bill on YouTube. Bill's awesome. Put a link to Bill's channel in the chat. Guys, go subscribe to Bill. He's got 1.9K subscribers. 1.9. That means he's 100 short of 2,000 subscribers. There are 240 people here right now in this live chat. Half of you could go subscribe to Bill's channel right now and get Bill over 2K because he deserves it for all the hard work he puts in. All right, that's my speech. Detroit Love, how you doing, man?
Good. Just looking at this new app and seeing if there's anything special I need to be aware of, and doesn't appear to be.
No, it's just more access. So you can go back, like if you have a Big Blue, there's an update now, so you can add the app with a barcode. So your Big Blue should have updated. I guess you didn't turn it on, but if you turn it on, there's an update. Now you can add it to the app with the barcode.
Wait, that's the new feature that they released? It's like a barcode scanner that adds the device right to your app? Is that it? That's what they released?
That's part of it. They also put in new form factors, more access. Geez, I had it up earlier. I put it on my show and explained it. So they listed all the new cabs they added, and they listed all the new form factors they added as well. If you go to the Arcade1Up Facebook page, not like any of the groups, their actual business page, there's a full breakdown of what the app update was included. What was included in the app update.
Interesting.
So 360, he says, hey man, what happened to Console Kits? Console Kits put his channel on hold. You can suspend, or you could delete your channel completely, or you can suspend it. I believe he suspended it, and he's a friend of ours, and it's his business. I'm not going to speak for him. All I can tell you is that I did talk to him, and he's doing great. He's doing fabulous, and he's ready to take a long break from YouTube, and, you know, he's got stuff he's working on that, you know, you guys don't even know about. So yeah, there you go. So that's what's going on there.
He shut down his channel to have more sex. P-Dubs won't say it, but I will. That's what he told us. He's like, I gotta be getting it on the reg, boss.
But you know what? It's his business. I'm not going to speak on his business. So,
he's starting a new channel. It's going to be a drama channel called Cancel Kits, where every episode he'll cancel someone.
He's going to cancel somebody every episode. Who's on my list? You just made the list, like every week. But that seems to be what a lot of people are doing. Like, you know, if there's no products to talk about, they're like, well, there's no products, I guess we're gonna cancel each other this week. I got nothing better to talk about. Guys, let me tell you something here. All right, I could make a bunch of drama videos and attempt to cancel my peers and all that stuff, but this is my current list right here of videos that I plan on releasing in the next week and a half. Pinball M, GRS Shotgun, Labyrinth Mod, Labyrinth Gameplay, Labyrinth Review, Primal Rage Mod, AtGames 4K Review, AtGames 4K Modding, ColecoVision updates, Numbskull Space Invaders updates. There is so much to talk about. There is so much content to make that is of way more value, in my opinion, for your viewers and your audience. But hey, man, there's an audience for everything, I guess. So yeah, there you go.
P-Dubs, speaking of NFL Blitz, aren't you doing some type of competition or something?
I'm not. I just shared Chaotic PBR was looking for 10 people to sign up to participate in an NFL Blitz tournament that he's hosting. And all I did was share it. All I did was share it to help him out because he's a good guy. Like, if you're good to me, I'll be good to you. I shared it. He filled up his 10 spots. But yeah,
I would have jumped on if it was on a Saturday versus Sunday. You know, Super Bowl Sunday. Would be free.
Yeah. Well, hopefully some other people. My advice to people in this community is, if you're looking like for content to make, if you're like, man, I can't think of anything, I'm just gonna run around and try and cancel each other. How about you make a list of good topics that your audience might actually find interesting, that are video game related, not personality related, and you never know, your channel might do better. That's all I got to say about that. But let's continue onwards. So
hold on, I'm doing something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing a video this week. It was supposed to be done tonight, but I ran out of time on this JMachen 5 terabyte Hyperbase Mix gaming hard drive. The good people at JMachen sent this to me, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's very interesting. It's sub $200. Might be something you're interested in. So check it out later this week. That's Jay Mockin, home of retro gaming.
I've never.
Were you sponsored as well?
No, I wasn't. Well, technically, they sent me this for free. So
Mike,
sponsored. I don't know. I'll
the
click
answer is
tab.
yes.
What do
The
you
answer
mean?
is yes. Yes.
Is it
we were all
always yes?
sponsored? Yes.
Yeah.
How is it yes?
It's always better to say yes than no.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the new cool toy. Hard drive videos for life.
Hard drive videos for life. You're hilarious. All right. So unfortunately, when we had our cute little AtGames transition, it was a copyright-free song that we would play during that transition. And whoever created that song eventually decided to put it behind a paywall, so it's no longer a copyright-free song available for any content creator to use. And then check this out. This is what happens sometimes. They then put it behind a paywall, and then they start copyright claiming everyone on YouTube who has used their song in the past, and they try to steal your freaking money from your episodes for playing a 5-second clip of their audio of their song. What a dick move by the artist behind that song. So we had to mute that song. And if you watch any of our prior episodes and you see us talk about AtGames and we roll that transition, you guys know the ultimate updates transition. You guys will see now it's muted during that because I had to mute it. So we got, we're not paying this guy for our content and our hard work. You know what I mean? So there you go. But AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. What's the story going on behind this pinball machine? This pinball machine has been all the news the last week and a half, Michael B.
Oh yeah, it's been wild. So people have started to get their units in their home. You got yours as well. Some people have, run to the internet to tell everybody about the experience. Some people have received damage during shipping. Some people are pretty unhappy, indicating there's still significant flipper lag with the Addams family. And I think you were one of the first to really talk about it, or first I saw to talk about the frame skipping with the balls on the Magic Pixel tables. So there's been a lot of people in love with it. They're really happy with it. They love the build. They love the look. But the gameplay, there has been some detractors. So AtGames did release an update on what they've got going on. They actually released 2 updates. Their initial update, plus they released an additional notice for the actual firmware update that's coming out on the 20th, 25-day update, and gave an update on what we can expect to see. So do you have those up, P-Dubs, or do you just want me to talk about them?
I have them right here, and I'll share them. So I do want to say something here, and here's what I'm going to do, because I know AtGames people, whether they're people who are in their influencer group and are looking to suck up or brown nose, no offense, not you, Michael B, but people who are looking to suck up or brown nose or tattletales, or people who are moderate their Facebook groups. But I'm gonna take my fellas off the screen because I don't want my boys here AtGames to treat them unfairly. But I gotta say, man, when the community is going in your Facebook groups, your Discords, your YouTube comments on your own channels, and they are telling you of problems that they are experiencing with your product, and you turn around and delete those posts, we don't want people to know these pinball machines are arriving damaged. When people are complaining about the performance of Addams Family, and you block and ban those people from your Facebook groups, when people are complaining about the performance of Zaccaria tables, yet you tell your employees to go make videos saying that the Zaccaria tables are running fine when they're not, is a dick move. AtGames is a dick move. Let the people give you that feedback, because that feedback will only make you better. What I want to hear next is we have unblocked and unbanned everybody from our Facebook groups, everybody from our YouTube channels, wherever they've been blocked, because these blocks, I have screenshots, came directly from PK at AtGames, the CEO, telling people to remove comments in their public forums to try and make their product look better than it is as of right now today. If that needs to change, that needs to change. So in my opinion, you need to unblock, unban all of those people who provided the truth about your product. and stop acting like a bunch of numbskulls. No offense to quarter arcades. All right, rant over. Rant over. There you go.
I mean, I'll add to that. I mean, because AtGames has done that over the years, and I've never been a fan of that. That's what those forums are, for people to be able to help each other. Sometimes these companies aren't even able to move fast enough to help with things, and that's the whole point of community, is to be able to assist and learn about things, and to stifle that communication when it's valid and truthful. I think is a detriment to the community, any community that allows that. But the one thing we do know about AtGames is they always strive to make updates, physical software updates to correct anything that comes out, whether it comes soon enough for people. That's always, that's a variable, but they always do make strides to do that. So that's one thing I've definitely liked about AtGames. But the deleting of posts and banning people, that shouldn't be allowed in a forum group.
Yeah. So what's funny is they have their employees making videos telling you that, hey guys, the only game that has a problem is Addams Family, when every game had a problem on the machine on the day one firmware update. Every single game had a problem with it. And then they turn around a couple days later after it becomes known that, yes, every single game actually does have a problem on it. And you put out an update saying, oh, yeah, you guys are right. We're going to fix this issue. Item B here, we're going to fix this issue, which is, in my opinion, a frame rate issue on the Magic Pixel tables, the Zakaria tables, etc., Natural History, the ones that are built into the machine. We're going to fix it, guys, and the fix is coming out in a couple of weeks. But all those people who you banned and blocked from your Facebook groups for reporting this, as well as the people who said, hey, man, my pinball machine arrived damaged, deleting all those posts, uncalled for, in my opinion. You got to take the bad with the good AtGames. There's plenty of awesome things about your pinball machine, but trying to censor your audience and your customers is not a good way to go. That's why so many other home arcade companies are in trouble, going out of business, losing supporters. Don't walk down that path, in my opinion. But yes, guys, they're going to fix the issue supposedly February 20th. Let's see if this firmware update gets released on time. Now, the other thing that's funny is we know that they're going to fix the Zakaria games, or the Magic Pixel games, I should say, on February 20th, but they're still working on the Addams Family flipper lag. So who knows when that's going to be fixed. Hopefully it'll be fixed in time to be included with this firmware update, but we'll see if they actually can get it in there or if it'll end up being part of the next firmware update. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and on the units being received damage, I mean, that's, in most cases, the history has shown has always been FedEx. I don't know what FedEx do. And like I said, when they delivered mine, FedEx delivered mine, this guy was no taller than me, and he was trying to carry the bigger box all by himself. And I've had a couple of boxes like that. They're just way too huge for one person to do. And they don't have dollies on these trucks, and these guys, it's just ridiculous what some of these delivery guys do to your packages. It's amazing. And they will make them to the house.
I can confirm, when you have a huge package, a lot of people mishandle it. So
I was very happy that when I received my boxes were clean, no bangs, dents, scratches, holes, none of that stuff. And when I took my machine out of the box, the machine, there were no damage to the main body of the pinball machine or the back glass. You know what I'm saying? There was no damage to either one, which I appreciated. I was like, okay, this is great. Both FedEx and AtGames did their job here. I've had machines show up in the past, smashed to bits. It's happened. Stuff happens, So there you go. So yeah, that was good.
Well, I thought the update was pretty good for AtGames. They did indicate they are aware of the shipping damage that's currently taking place, which actually sucks because they did pay for premium express shipping to make sure they got these to people on time. So they spent more than they originally intended to get the products over here. To see them in the state they're being delivered, that really sucks for AtGames. In terms of the updates, I don't know what you're talking about, employees making videos, but I know Jason Tierney was on my show Monday night, and he said he had noticed it, but it was almost like a frame skip, like the ball went missing. I haven't tried it myself, so I can't really comment, but it's good that they've got that fixed, and hopefully we're not going to have to wait too long for the flipper leg to be fixed, and hopefully the rest of the Zen games play a lot better. The other thing that they announced in that update was also the game packs are now live, so they're going to be live when the firmware update goes out, I think it is, but people got notifications they're available now, so can't wait to see how the other games play, and of course Snoopy, how that's going to play as well.
Good stuff.
So just to be clear, because you used the word interchangeable update, this is the information update that they provided on the firmware that's coming down the line.
That's right. That's right.
And Jason is no longer an employee of AtGames, right?
No, he still is.
Oh, is he?
He's a part-time technical support employee. Yes, he is.
Oh, is he? Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I didn't think that was actually the case.
100% the case. He said so on my show Monday night.
Okay.
See, you learn a lot on the Super Game Room dudes.
Anything else?
Nostalgia, how you feeling, buddy? No, we haven't talked about
good.
AtGames yet.
I'm good. I didn't know any of this stuff was happening. Everything that we've talked about on the show, I had no idea was happening. This week has been a roller coaster. So
you're busy, man. Like, when Justin was updating us about his sex schedule, obviously you have a busy sex schedule too. I mean, I understand it. I don't get a lot of sex, so I'm playing video games, so I know this stuff.
Yeah. No, it's just the way I look at the reason I'm heated, ladies and gentlemen, is because, in my opinion, fan forums on Facebook, which are controlled, owned, and operated by fans, should be there for the fans. Many years ago, I moderated Facebook groups for AtGames, with Glenn and Doug and TechBuzz and everybody. And the amount of requests from AtGames to censor the public became unbearable to me. It was disgusting in my opinion.
At that time as well.
Because here's what's funny. Instead of blaming AtGames, they would blame me. And what I should have done is tell AtGames to take a hike. Like, no, I'm not going to delete that post. That person has a right to voice their opinion. But we had to. We kept deleting them. And I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm done. So if you guys remember, I stopped moderating Facebook groups for companies nearly 3 years ago. I was like, this is stupid. I'm not putting up with companies' BS. And we saw AtGames continue to do this over the years, right? With their Facebook groups and things like that. This over-moderation. Delete anyone who says anything negative. Ban them. Block them. And then it seemed like for the last year, they kind of chilled. They're like, you know what? Let the groups run, do on their own. But now that new products are coming out and they're desperate for everyone to believe that they're the most amazing products ever, they're back to it again. They have a whole new set of moderators out there banning and blocking people unnecessarily. And my message to those moderators is you need to do what I did, either walk away or tell AtGames to take a hike, because it's a fan forum. It is not their forum. It's a fan forum. So that's just my opinion, and that's why I'm so heated. I've had dozens of people messaging me about them being kicked off of their Legends 4K groups because they did nothing. Literally nothing. I've done nothing. And AtGames has blocked them, banned them, tried to censor their opinion, delete their posts. They're like that scene in Naked Gun. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? It's really sad in my opinion. Like, let the public tell you what needs improved so you can improve it. Don't pretend that you don't need to fix something. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion. That's why I'm a little heated about it. My apologies to my co-hosts. And keep in mind that's on me, not on my co-hosts. So there you go.
It's a little bit on Nostalgia too. Nostalgia should have stopped you. We're accomplices.
Yeah. So... But here we are. Feels like it's 2019 again. Everything is awesome.
Have we talked about Arcade1Up yet?
The only thing they have going on is a phone app update.
Oh, there is some more console chatter we missed that I did want to talk about. And before we get off AtGames, there is something else you wanted to talk about. Our good friends in Canada at the Buy Stuff store are constantly doing innovation type shit. They've got some stuff out for the ALP 4KP already. They've got an apron mat So if you want to recreate your Legends Pinball 4KP, although they're the only people in Canada that currently have one, I do believe, but when they do get here from the brick later this month, and you guys want to cover up that Legends Pinball on the front next to the D-pad, or you're going to put an arcade control panel down, Buy Stuff has you covered with some new graphic design that'll be really tasteful. P-Dubs, throw it up on the screen, my good man.
Throw what up on the screen?
Oh my god, the Buy Stuff AtGames 4KP apron.
I didn't have it ready.
You were the one who was like, we gotta talk about the Buy stuff.
Well, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool.
It does look really good. They did a really good job with this, and kudos for them for getting out ahead of the curve and making this machine look as good as possible.
All right, I'm going to put a link here in the live chat, and let's go right here. So here it is, guys. It's only $17.50. Get yourself some control. God, what would you call this thing? Apron?
Control deck graphics.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
I consider it to be the apron too, but yeah, it's control deck.
Now, I did order another. What is it called? The
Arcade
one with
control
the-
panel.
Yeah. So I have a new one that I do have to put on my Addams Family. So I'm probably going to get this one right here, which it's nice. They got both variants. So if you don't plan on, putting in the joystick and buttons and trackball, you can put in this one if you are going to upgrade the joystick, buttons, and trackball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool and it's pretty cheap. So yeah, I'll probably order this one right here myself. I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, neat of them to do. So a little piece of news coming out of Canada for your AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP Addams Family. Hopefully, guys, we're going to get them soon. The shipping arrival date, we're being told, is mid-February to late February. So fingers crossed. I'm excited to see what all the buzz is about. Get to play it for myself. It's so hard to judge how good something is when you're not hands-on. I'm a hands-on guy. I'm not going to be doing millisecond testing. So I can't wait to get it up and running and play for myself.
And I did see that if you apply those apron graphics, they will distract you from the lag that the pinball machine.
I've noticed that too. It's just like, oh man, it's so pretty. I don't even notice.
Yeah, no lag gone.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I like Buy Stuff arcades.
Yeah, they're good people. Good people. So there was a little bit more console chatter that I really do want to talk about. And Nostalgia, this should involve you, seeing as you formerly worked for Microsoft and the Xbox brand. So big news came out in the gaming world this past week. Everybody started talking about it with Xbox games going third party. And then everybody started talking about, well, the console war is over. Xbox is dead. It's like they forget that when Microsoft were acquiring all these companies, they said, yes, these will be timed exclusives, and we will eventually bring a lot of these games out on other platforms anyways. Did people just forget that? Or did that not fit with their stories and their headlines that Microsoft was dead and out of the console market?
Yeah, I think the issue is that people are dumb, and you can't fix stupid. So, it's ridiculous. People are jumping off ledges screaming about this. No, Xbox is not abandoning the console wars. No, they are not giving up. They are doing the smart thing. They own a bunch of massive studios that make some of the best games in modern gaming history. Why would they only sell to 25% of the market? It's so stupid. They're going to do a console exclusive for their console. They might put it on Game Pass or something like that. And then, after 6 months, 12 months, whatever the number of months are, then it'll be available on PlayStation 5 and possibly Nintendo Switch if it can do it. And everyone's going to be happy. And Microsoft's going to be happy because they're just going to make a shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
That's what they're going to do.
So the other thing I wanted to touch on is, while these rumors are going around, there's also rumors about Xbox getting their next-gen console ready and a handheld ready that's going to dock, which is going to be the lower-tiered version of that console. So these are conflicting rumors. How do people, how do they, I guess it's just people in the gaming space are so desperate for content for videos and stuff like that, that like anything is a hook. You got to go with the edgy hook type stuff.
It sounds like another niche that people talk about as well. I don't know. I don't believe any of that shit. Maybe there is a new console coming. I think it's a little premature for that.
You would know about premature.
I know a ton about premature, but I think when it comes to this stuff, I think they're all rumors. I don't think anything's actually been confirmed by anybody with any sort of clout within the industry. And the only thing that I have to say is, like, a year after the Nintendo Switch came out, there was rumors of the Nintendo Switch Pro, and we never got the Pro. And it's been 7 years, and we haven't got the Switch Pro. And now there's a new Switch coming out, but nobody's confirmed it yet, other than maybe some rumors about a developer having access to some early hardware. I don't know. I'm sure there will be a new Switch. It's about time for that, but I don't think we're going to see...
Oh, yeah. Steam Deck 2 plans leaked this week, too, apparently.
Yeah,
so glad I bought that OLED.
I don't know. And the issue is, even if these developers, let's say there is a new console, oftentimes they get their machines like years in advance. Years in advance. So I don't know. It means nothing to me right now until they make an announcement officially.
So the other thing I wanted to touch on with that was, if you remember, because Microsoft bought Activision, correct? And that was actually a big, huge court case, because they were like, whoa, Sony was like, hey, boss, we need Call of Duty. Like, we need it. So that was when most of this news came out, that Xbox was like, yeah, hold on to your pants. Like, we're going to go cross-platform with our game releases. We're not going to hold these hostage. So, again, this is not new news. Just because they're going to make their games cross-platform play doesn't mean they're out of the console market. They are out of the physical game market. It looks like they're moving away from that in the next gen, but I guess we'll have to see. Most of the layoffs they did there a couple weeks ago all was in their physical game areas. So it looks like Xbox might be out of the market in physical games. And again, what does it matter? The physical game is just a download disc anyways. So, I mean, physical games have been dead for years. We just don't know it.
Well, I don't even know if that's entirely true, because I spent a little bit of time thinking about it. And maybe they have the numbers within their sales to identify, like, okay, physical media is going down in sales. They've got companies like Best Buy or Walmart that wants to reduce the size of their physical media location, or their kiosks and stuff in their store. But it wouldn't be completely unreasonable, if it's not financially feasible for them to do everything in-house, for them to just, like, third-party it out.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll still have physical release media, but it'll be third-partied out by some other company, and Xbox doesn't want to deal with the hassle of it. So, I mean, who knows? I hope physical media lasts. I hope it sticks around. But the reality is like, the only people who are buying physical media are people who are, I would say, nostalgic for it, right? Like, the majority of the younger generation of gamers stepping in, they don't give a shit about physical media. They just want to be able to buy their game on their console, play it immediately, save the trip, save the gas, save the money, and off they go. So, who knows?
Carl loves his Nintendo Switch. You've put, what, at least 50, 60, 100,000 hours on your Switch just on PGA Tour? Just on PGA Tour?
Just that game. I play a couple other games every now and then. I haven't played it for a while now, probably a year now, I would think. Because I had a lot more distractions, but yeah, I like the Switch. I've never switched it, right? I don't play on the TV. I just play as a handheld, but I like it.
It's so much better on the TV.
Yeah, I could take it either way. I could take it either way. So Mike Hawk Hertz brings up the other thing I did want to talk about tonight. So congratulations to New Wave Toys. Despite all the rumblings about non-playable, they did meet their mark with their pre-order for their Black Hole MINIPIN. It was a successful launch, and they've officially greenlit MINIPIN number 2. Haunted House is the early prediction, but I'd love to see them do Teed Off with the Gopher Toppers. So it looks like we're going to get a second MINIPIN from New Wave Toys, and the big thing they talked about with this is this is going to be an evolving line. Each line is going to have some new features, just like they do with the arcades. We just saw on the Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts, they had that, coin entry, and they also had that little power cord. So very excited to actually see one of these in person, even though it's non-playable, and see where they go with the line. So congratulations to New Wave Toys.
Yeah, I think that's good for them, man, that they're able to, that this is successful enough that the pre-orders, at least, that they're gonna make another one. So we'll see what changes they make between the variants and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's how they run their business. They run their business off of pre-orders. Basically, it's better to do that than say like a Kickstarter where you're not guaranteed the product. This way you're guaranteed the product, and they know what they're building to. And I agree, Michael B. I'm the same way. Seeing is believing in this case for me, because it's a new product. I'll definitely like to see it, touch it, and see it in person, because the videos just doesn't do it any justice. I look at the videos, I'm like, I still don't really. My mind just can't grasp it yet until I get it in my hands to see it.
Although this comment's a joke, it's kind of true.
So the other thing about New Wave Toys, some people would have saw through the groups right now with the Scratch and Dent sale. Some people received their units. They're perfect. Other people did get emails today identifying that New Wave Toys did try to send them out one of these Scratch and Dent products, and it was DOA, dead on arrival, before it went out. So they did send out some letters offering to do a full refund or to send you out the broken unit with a 30% off discount. I know our buddy B Kong, he got a notification.
$30.
It's a $30, not 30%.
$30, yeah.
So you were paying attention. You weren't having all kinds of mad sex. You were paying attention to some stuff.
No, just whatever came through today. I saw you share a screenshot of it, so I read it.
Yeah, so it's $30 off, or you get the full refund. So good of them to do that, because honestly, most times when you buy something from Scratch and Dent sale, they're like, fuck it, ship it out. Who cares? It's their problem. So cool for them to do some QA testing and then offer that to people.
Good stuff. All right, my dudes. Well, next week we're going to be showing off this brand new handheld. We'll try and keep it to like 20 minutes or so.
No, Paul, don't listen to him. It's going to be an hour and 45 minutes.
No. We're going to show off this new handheld.
All for you, Paul.
And keep in mind, Nostalgia is a huge part of our show. We want him to make sure he has his time to shine, as well as Detroit Love. I'm talking with Detroit Love about a special segment for Detroit Love. So hopefully we can get Carl something really exciting. That way we can just get back to business, and that's talking about video games. My apologies to all the viewers for the rants tonight. It's just ridiculous in my opinion.
And tune in to find out who I'll block next week.
Oh, jeez, Mike, you're the worst. If you guys enjoyed tonight's episode, give us a thumbs up on the way out. On the replay, leave us your comments, feedback, show reactions. Carl, whenever you're ready, set them on their way.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Super Game Room Dudes. We appreciate you guys tuning in every Friday. We thank you for that. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.